Dead Island 2 has been in development hell for about 9 long years. I remember when the very first trailer dropped back in like 2012, 2013, and it hyped me up so much. But little did I know, 9 years later, we're still waiting on it, but it's just around the corner. So that puts a big smile on my Yanni face, you know? I remember being young, very young actually, middle school probably or something like that, coming home from school, completely neglecting my homework, and starting up my Xbox 360 and listening to that beautiful song, Who Do You Voodoo, Bitch? And I was just mesmerized from the beginning, you know? Nice, pretty much an open world open world zombie paradise where I could just slice and kill to my liking. So I stumbled across another Game Informer video that was posted recently, and it pretty much talks about how Dead Island 2's flesh system works, and from the gameplay that I've seen already, it looks incredible. I'm just completely in awe by the gore system. So let's take a look at it and see how they fleshed it out. Alrighty, let's see. Ah, just beautiful. Game Informer's the GOAT, by the way. Been reading their magazines since I was a little tyke.
Sure, so lots of games have gore and they all work in different ways, but where the flesh system really takes it forward is how it has this progressive effect, so you can continue to damage in many, many different ways as you attack a zombie. I think other games, well, if we didn't have the flesh system in Dead Island 2,
Oh,
you'd be hitting a zombie,
so
you
beautiful.
might get some effect, you might get like a wound on the zombie that you get one, you get two, you can chop off arms, but you can't get that progressive feeling where you get this. You can fight it for ages, a zombie for a while, and just get more damage, more feedback, and that real feeling that the zombies are made of something, that they've got bits inside of them, and that they're sort
Hold up, I'm trying to get
of
a good still here of the detail, man. Look at that. Jesus. The intestines are just spilling out of his stomach, bro. Look at his rib cage. This is a zombie lover's dream, bro.
volume of mass instead of just a shell that you're hitting.
So it's really just a procedural way to damage characters in the game, and obviously Dead Island 2 is a zombie game. It's all about hitting zombies with things, usually at very close range.
Look at that smile on that guy, bro. That's how you know you have passion for your game. That's how you know you put love into your game. That guy's smiling ear to ear. I don't know about this guy. He looks like he's on his seventh joint, but I'm sure he means well as well.
And so we really wanted to make sure that the impacts felt impactful. And obviously, it's a
Oh
zombie game,
man.
we want lots of gore. So we really came up with it as a method for just making the minute-to-minute gameplay more enjoyable and more fun and more visually spectacular. And also to sort of hit the tone of that kind of schlocky, kind of pulpy, gory, kind of horror tone that we've got. So
One thing is, although I don't mind the health bars, it'd be nice. They probably will have an option to remove them if you want to get more immersed into the game.
yeah, it's a fundamental part of the game. It's entirely procedural.
Oof.
So all of the different zombie types, they're all sort of set up in the same way so that we can apply damage anywhere on the zombie, and it will go through the layers of like skin, fat, muscle, and then break through to the bones and the internal organs. Obviously, the models are slightly different in terms of like one of the big crusher zombies has got much larger guts than a small zombie, but the system is entirely the same across all of them.
There was a point early on where there was, we had scheduled meetings about early parts of developing the game, and there was one about dismemberment, and it was sort of like the agenda of the meeting
There's the smile that I'm looking for. There it is. It's come out.
was how many points do we need to divide these zombies into? What's the pipeline going to look like? And it was just before that meeting, in a way, we had a little bit of a, knock our heads together before we go in and see what we want to say on our side. And we had these ideas. We thought, oh, we can do this procedural system, and then these questions about how many points of dismemberment, what do we need to break it into? They just sort of got flipped on their head. It was like, well, there's no need to decide how many points of dismemberment. There's no need to decide how many pieces we need to break the zombie into. We can do this procedural system, and it unlocks like so many things. And that was really early on, and I think it really drove that way of thinking about sort of attacking the zombies in the game, and even the content pipeline, right?
Yeah.
It gave us this. It empowered us to sort of say, from early on, we want a new zombie. Do we have to make all the pieces of the new zombie? Well, no, we just need to make the zombie and then apply the flesh system to it, and that all just works. And it was really good to have that locked in really early on. From the start, the way it works is, if we want damage to look different, we can just do that. We get an artist sets up.
Oh, did you see that? That might have been a perk where when you apply a med kit, it does that kind of like stun effect around you. Interesting. I've never seen that in the game before.
Like the damage parameter.
Oh, look how great that looked just now. Hold up, let me bring
We
that
can
back
just
for
do
a
that.
second.
We get an artist sets up
Just like
like the
that.
damage parameters
Ah,
for
just
a
so
weapon. So
so nice,
those
bro.
combinations, you say we've got to.
That. And then we've got other weapons that are larger, like sledgehammers and stuff like that. And so
This is what we want in video games. We want details. We want bone. We want gore. We want all that, man. It oh shit. It enhances our experience and makes us think about it while we're at work. You know what I mean, or while we're doing anything.
you can, in theory, go up to a zombie, just stab it the same time, like a few times in the same place, and then obviously you're not going to get a lot of damage over the whole body. So we've really tried to like kind of balance it so that when you do a hit, depending on how much health the zombie has left and how much health that particular part of the zombie has left, it will kind of feel like the result that you get from that hit is kind of indicative of how much health the zombie has. So if you do a little stab and not a lot happens, but you get something, then he's still pretty tough. If you do a stab and you take quite a big chunk out, then he's closer to death. So yeah, it's definitely something we've thought a lot about and put a lot of work into getting right. And it's been really useful as well because we've got a very large variety of zombies as well. So even like before you start damaging them, we've got, I don't know, hundreds, thousands, it's lots of different zombie models that you'll see, because we really wanted to get across, like,
It reminds me of Left 4 Dead,
often when you play a zombie game, like the zombies are just
like especially Left 4 Dead 2. The variety of zombies were just mind blowing back then. You would have the clowns, you would have the hazmats, you would have the everyday zombies, you'd have obviously the special infected. Every zombie looked pretty unique. So, I'm even more excited for this game because of that.
just this sort of
Oh,
How far you can go with it is sort of the natural product of how.
I'm a fan of very big weapons. So, I'd like my hammers to have impacts. Have an impact as I smash a zombie's face off.
The system works. It's procedural. The stopping point would have to be something we'd say, oh well, we have to put a stopping point in it. We've set up these zombies with this procedural
Oh yeah.
system, this damage system where you can.
Ooh, you saw that? That was cool. Zombie did a nice little smash. So in order to avoid that, you have to jump over it. See, I like more. I like more mechanics like that.
the bit where the guy falls in the toxic waste and then he gets like oh yeah melty and then the car comes along and hits him and then he explodes and his head kind of bounces off the windshield. Like that was that was a moment as a teenager when I saw that. I was just like, this is amazing. I didn't realise that anyone would go that far. You know what I mean? And I kind of wanted to recreate that feeling for other people. Hopefully.
That's awesome, bro. I really like the passion behind these developers. I have a really good feeling this will be fun.
A perfect combination of disgusted and impressed.
Yes, exactly.
Together.
Disgusted, impressed.
Don't know if there's a word for it.
And also, it's like so far that you have to laugh as well.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
kind of So that was the feeling that I was really keen to get into the game.
It's quite a lot to take in here. And this is just a flesh system. I cannot wait to dive deep into this game and actually explore California and its beautiful waters, and it's pretty much the perfect setting for this game because everyone is pretty much a zombie there anyway, as of right now, you know, if you think about it. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to go through this with you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.